Let's look at question 9. So part A, put an order from smallest to largest. So we need to think in terms of our number line, and all of these are 4 point something. So we're starting from 4.0 and we're going to go up 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 and so on. And then within this we can break that down into smaller pieces as needed. So I want to just place all of these numbers on the number line first of all. So 4.04, so that's going to be right about here, 4.04. That's that one. Now 4.40, so that's down here. So there's my 4.40. Then 4.4, well, you know what? That's exactly the same as 4.40. Then 4.44, that is going to be a little bit after 4.4, so we'll put in there 4.44. Then I have 4.004, so I'm going right back to the left hand side now. So 4.004 is going to be breaking this down even smaller, so somewhere in here, 4.004. And 4.404, so I'm going back up to my 4.4s, and I want 4.4, and then I'll be breaking this down into teeny bits again, and there's my 4.404 in there. And last but not least, 4.0 itself, so right on the bottom there. So now I can put those in order. So my smallest number is 4.0, then 4.004, 4.04, then I can either put 4.4 or 4.40, whichever order you put those two in doesn't matter, and then 4.104, and last but not least 4.44. So there's them in order. What about this one? This one's a bit more interesting. So now I've got fractions and decimals, and I don't like it when I've got them all together. I want to separate them out. I want to put them all into the same. So I either want to make them all fractions or all decimals. And my personal preference is to turn them into decimals, so that's what I want to do. So I'm going to start with 5/8 and figure out what would that be as a decimal. So when we come to do this, I'm going to ask myself, how many times does 8 go into 5? Now I can put that as 5.00, as many zeros as I want, because they're just placeholders. So 8 into 5 can't do, but 8 into 50 I can do that. I know 8 times 6 is 48, and so that would give me a remainder of 2. Now 8's into 20, or 8 times 2 is 16, so that would give me a remainder of 4. Then 8's into 40, that's going to give me 5. Then my decimal point, I'm just going to put that in exactly the same position, and so 5/8 is the same as 0.625. Okay, so 0.625. Now I want to change 3/5. So I can do that in the same way, but there's another little trick that I'm going to just show you that we could do with this one. Is because the denominator is 5, I want to think what would the equivalent fraction be if that had a denominator of 10. And to do that, I just need to multiply the top and the bottom by 10, so that would give me 6/10. Now that I know it's 6/10, when I write this as a decimal, my first column is the tenths, so that would just become 0.6. So I'm going to write that as my 0.6. Now I need to change 2/3 into a decimal. Now some of you may just know on the top of your head that that is the same as 0.666 recurring. If we don't know that, we can do the division and work it out. So we can say, how many times does 3 go into 2? And I'm going to make that 2.000, as many as I like. So 3 goes into 2, can't do it, but 3 goes into 20, yep, so that would go into that 6 times. and that would 6 times 3 is 18, so that gives me a remainder of 2. Repeat that. How many 3's in 20? 3 times 6 is 20, remainder of 2. And so you can see now that this is going to continue on and give me a remainder of 2 each time. So put my decimal point in there, and I'm going to put a dot above the 6 to say it keeps on going. So I'm going to rewrite that as 0.66 recurring. Okay, now that I've got them all as decimals, now I can put them in order. So I want to go from smallest to largest. So my smallest number there is going to be the 0.6, so that's my 3/5. The next smallest number is my 0.6625, 6225. Then I've got my 625, which is 5/8. Then I get the 0.63, and lastly I get 2/3.